Hello, Rich. Can you tell me a little bit more about situations you feel you would find it necessary to indulge in bad dietary habits?
Well, when I'm out with clients, I order wine because I enjoy a few glasses of wine with my meal. And I usually bring clients to nice restaurants, so I find it difficult not to order foods that I like.
Is there any other situations you feel it's difficult to avoid this behavior?
Well, when I'm at work, I'm usually very busy, so for lunch I don't have much time. So I usually just grab something quick, like a burger or a slice of pizza.
Okay. So how do you think these things impact your health?
Well, I think like those foods are very high in fat, so they're probably not great for my cholesterol or my weight.
So I would like you to look at this worksheet I have here and tell me some of the benefits of improving your diet, concerns about improving your diet, and also the benefits of not changing. So here, take a look at this worksheet. You can take your time and fill it out.
Okay, I think I'm done.
Okay, thank you. So it seems like you have a lot more reasons for the behavior change and not so many against the change. So how would you feel about setting some goals to start looking after your diet a bit more?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Would you be willing to eat a fruit like an apple or banana on the way to work in the morning along with your coffee? Because they're high in potassium and magnesium and they're actually shown to help lower blood pressure.
Yeah, that seems like a realistic goal for me and something I could do easily.
How would you feel about ordering whole grain rice and pastas instead of white pastas and white rice when you are out with clients? Because these foods are high in soluble fiber, which can actually help the absorption of LDL cholesterol in the bloodstream.
Okay. I usually prefer white pastas and rices because I think they taste better. But if this is going to help me in the long run, I'd be willing to make some changes.
How would you feel about keeping a journal or a daily log of the amount of alcohol you consume per day and your diet habits? This way, you can ensure that you track your progress and stay on task.
Yeah, that seems very reasonable because if I didn't, I don't think I'd remember to all the drinks and food that I have consumed, and I don't think I'd write it down.
Now that we have your goals established, what are some barriers that you believe would prevent you from fulfilling your goals?
I think the hardest part will be looking at the menus and thinking of all the foods that I would usually eat. Um, Another barrier might be having to remember to grab like a piece of fruit or a vegetable in the morning with my coffee because usually I just run out the door.
Right. So let's brainstorm some ideas on how you can overcome these barriers. I know at some restaurants that there's actually a healthy choice menu. You could ask the hostess before he or she seats you to give you the healthy choice menu. This way you aren't tempted to order something that you normally do that might be less healthy. So how do you feel about making that change?
That seems like a good idea. I really think I could get used to doing something like that.
So you also mentioned earlier that you might find it hard to remember to grab a fruit or vegetable when leaving in the morning. My mother actually used to have the same problem. She used to put a post-it note on her coffee mug before she went to bed to remember the fruit or vegetable on the way out the door. So what are your thoughts on this idea?
Um, that sounds like an awesome idea. It seems like it'd be very easy to do and something I could definitely get used to doing on a regular basis.
So there is no secret. Accomplishing your goal will be hard, but with hard work and determination, I know you can do it. With a journal and the motivating factors at your disposal, I am confident that these will keep you going through it all.
I agree. And my hope is that in the end I can become a happier and healthier person.